Good morning everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or had a wonderful day. Today's vlog is a little different. I'm going to be comparing this camera with this camera today. To my right is the G7X Mark II. This is the G1X Mark II. The reason why I'm doing these two reviews is because there was a G7X and a G1X, but the Mark IIs came out. This one came out actually 2 years ago. This one just came out this month. So this video is not going to be about specs and the modes on it. It's more about just the quality and the sound of these two cameras. It's more of a side-by-side comparison video. Now, so from looking at it right now, the G7X has a much warmer tone, whereas the G1X has a cooler tone. They both are doing good in autofocus and tracking very well. Now, in a low lighter situation, so this room that I'm in right now is kind of dark, but it's not completely dark. You just have the blinds shut over there. Now, if you can see, the G1X does a lot better with this in terms of like keeping focus on me, because if you see the G7X, I'm blacked out, whereas the G1X does really well, still facing focus on me. If I do it this way, the G7X still has a warmer tone. The G1X has this kind of nicer, cooler tone, I guess. If I'm against a black wall, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't prepare anything for this, but hopefully you guys, by watching, you guys can tell what's better, what you guys like or don't like. One more time like this, boom. And yes, I'm a lot clearer here. It's okay, it's not bad actually. Walking around, I'm dark here, light here. Now I'm gonna go to a complete dark area. This is, as you can see, I'm about to enter into this room, and it's completely, pretty much dark. And let's see how, okay, well, this is kind of dark. All right, I'll be facing away. Now, this is like extreme dark, and I don't think you guys will ever record anything dark, but they both do well. They don't do that bad. They're both just set to regular movie setting mode. So the G1X has a low aperture of 2.0, whereas the G7X has 1.8. So honestly, the 0.2 does not make that much of a difference. But the G1X does have a greater zoom range than the G7X. Right now, they both have stabilization on, so they do pretty well. It looks like the G7X is a little more cropped in. I don't know why. They're both set on continuous stabilization. And overall, I do like both of these cameras. If I could choose, I'd keep both, but honestly, the G7X is smaller and lighter and much more compact than the G1X Mark II. Now, the G1X Mark II has a sensor of 1.5 inches, whereas the G7X has 1 inch. Honestly, they're both ratio to the same amount, so they're both good. So I'm gonna step out right now, and we're gonna find out how quickly it adjusts to my face. Boom, it's white, and they both did pretty well. It's kind of bright. Now, the G7X still has a warmer tone and the G1X has a cooler tone. Again, they're both set on movie mode, nothing particular. Ooh, it's really bright. If I face this way, looks like the G1X is pretty blown out. But G7X is doing much better. So if I had to keep one, if I had to choose, I think the G7X is definitely doing a lot better. Going back inside, light, and back to dark. Let's see how fast. And the G1X was much quicker than that, and the G7X is still good, not bad. Now, I do have a couple of things to say about this camera. I'm gonna go back in my office, and I don't know how the sound quality is on both of these. I'm pretty sure they're both good, but we shall see. The cameras are side by side. We're gonna go close. And it looks like the G1X wins right there. Going back out, focus. 1, 2, 3, out. 1, 2, 3, in. The G7X biggest problem that they had with the previous model was the focusing system. It was really slow. The G7X Mark II is a lot better, but still it is slow. The G1X yet is still doing much better on autofocusing. It could be because of the larger sensor, but overall they're both great cameras. They both function well in their own purposes. Honestly, it's preference. They both have great quality, and in the end it's kind of like, what kind of quality do you prefer? What do you like? So a new thing that the G7X Mark II has is the time-lapse function. So you can set however many photos you want to take, the duration of the clip that you want, and how long it'll take. It'll tell you how long it'll take for the time lapse to occur. So it's a good, nice function. I've used it a couple of times and it hasn't failed me at all. Now the G1X, there is no time lapse, but it has this kind of feel where it feels a lot more durable, heavier. Yes, heavier, but more durable. It has a nice grip to it because it is bigger, so it kind of wraps around your fingers better, whereas the G7X is kind of smaller, so but overall, it's a good camera. Now both of these cameras do have a flip-up screen, which is really nice, but the only problem that I have with these two flip-up is if you tilt it just a little back, so for example this camera right over here, little back, the screen flips. It thinks it's going backwards, so just a little back, yeah. So you see that problem? Now it's not only the G1X that has this problem, if you look over here, the G7X also has that same problem. You go back a little bit, yep, backwards. But overall, the hinges on the G7X is a little more stable. So it's a little harder to move back, whereas the G7X is a little more flimsier. I don't like that at all. The G7X, at least you have to put some effort to push it back, and it doesn't wobble as much. Now when you close the G7X, it closes just as you want it to. It just kind of snaps on and it shuts nicely. It opens up, shuts. Now the G1X Mark II has a different shutting mechanism where it kind of closes, but when you pop it out, it slides. You see that? How it slides? And you see that? So I don't know what the function for that is, but it's probably just so that it shuts. It can't just shut like that. You can't close it unless you slide it up and then shut it. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not, you get used to it, but why? Now if you compare the battery life between the G1X Mark II and the G7X Mark II, the G1X Mark II will win mainly because it has a bigger battery pack. And that's all I'm really going to talk about, mainly about the autofocus, the lighting, the stability, the audio, the quality, the lighting, the color of both cameras, because they're both roughly around the same price. Also, let me know which camera you guys like best. Did you guys like the G1X Mark II or G7X Mark II? I'm sticking with the G7X Mark II, but there are people out there that want to know which one is better, so help them out. Let me know in the comment section below, and that'll be all. I know there is not a lot of review on these two cameras. You can find great reviews from other people online, so yes, that is all. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Remember to stay passionate, inspired, and grateful in all that you guys do, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye. Adios. Thank you.